Ojai. Granada. The city and municipality in Spain, the capital of the province Granada as a part of autonomous community Andalusia. The municipality is in structure of the area. Comarca of Vega de Granada. Occupies the space of 88.02 km. The population of Granada makes 232,208 people for 2018. Granada is known as the Ebrusque and Phoenician settlement of Ilabera from 500 GBB. Thanks to the protected arrangement among surrounding mountains and very fertile earth, existence here of settlements in more extreme antiquity is supposed. After conquest of the Iberian Peninsula by Romans, existence of the settlement under a name of Ilabera is in writing proved. After disintegration of the Roman Empire, the region got under influence of the North African state of Vandals, after its disintegration in 534 for several decades to the power of Byzantium. Since the beginning of the 7th century belonged to the Iberian state of Visigoths. In 711 the city was occupied by Moors, and it began to call on Arab of manners, Elvira. As the capital of the province in 756 in 10 came to the northeast the city of Madinat Elvira, while the district of the old settlement began to be called Khalid Granada, from where there was a modern name of the city was mortgaged. After falling of the Caliphate of Cordoba in 1012, the power over the city passed to the Berber lord of Zawi ibn Ziri, who made Granada the residence of a dynasty Ziridov which governed it for 80 years, having turned it into one of the most prospering states of the southern Andalusia. After their overthrow the dynasty Almoravidov, and after them, a sultanate Nasridov began to own Granada. From 1238 to 1492. At court of the last noble Abencerrage figured. On January 2, 1492 the Nasridsky governor Mohammed XII Botel capitulated to the Spaniards besieging Granada and reported the city, which was the last stronghold of Islam on the peninsula, to the Queen Isabella Castilskaya and the King Ferdinand II Aragonski. This event marked the end of long process of reconquista of the Iberian Peninsula by the Christian world. According to the contract signed at capitulation, the Catholic army led the Mavski population to the coast, from where it went to North Africa, to borders of today's Morocco. Though originally the agreement on capitulation guaranteed the loyal relation to defeated, soon Spaniards began to oppress the population, limiting its freedom, increasing taxes and violently converting to Christianity. March 31, 1492 in the Granada Alhambra Palace, Catholic kings Ferdinand and Isabella signed the well-known decree about exile of Jews from the territory of their kingdom, which received the name in the place of signing. El Decreto de la Alhambra Edicto de Granada. In 1499 on the central square of Bibarambal in Granada, according to instructions of the Toledo Archbishop Jimenez de Cisneros, about 10,000 treatises on Islamic theology, copies of the Quran and other compositions were burned. The Archbishop kept only 300 manuscripts on philosophy, history, medicine and natural sciences, which part was transferred to San Ildefonso's board in Alcol. Burned there were magnificent manuscripts, masterpieces of calligraphical art. Parallel to it there was a disorder of the non-Christian population. The Jewish quarter, La Hadiria, existing in the city several centuries, mostly was destroyed. Decline of craft production in Granada was also influenced by exile of the former Muslim population in the years ahead when after the revolt of 1568 the majority of Morisque was destroyed or moved. In the next centuries the value of Granada as shopping and cultural centre considerably decreased, especially in connection with loss of the status of the capital of the independent state by it. Since 1492 Granada is the centre of the archbishopric, in 1531 in it the university. Before in the city there was a madrasa founded in 1349, which especially in the 20th century was the main source of income of the city was founded. And until now the Granada University is one of the most prestigious in Spain and Europe. After the end of dictatorship of Franco, tourism began to purchase the increasing value. Sites. Granada is well known for many historical monuments of architecture inherited from a Mavski era and also the Gothic period and the Renaissance. Besides, the city is known for the workshops and shops of guitarist Reutel. The architectural complex Alhambra belongs to the brightest monuments of the Mavski period not only in Granada but also in all Spain. It was constructed in the 14th century as the residence Nasrdov. In the 16th century, on command of the King Charles V in the territory of Alhambra, the palace for the sake of which parts of initial building were destroyed was built. Out of respect for Charles V, the authorities of Spain still refuse excavation. In addition to Alhambra, the medieval walls and gardens of the Generalife, which were the summer residence of emirs, belong to sites of Granada. Alhambra and Albayzin, the ancient residential quarter of Moors, are a part of World Cultural Heritage of UNESCO today. In the next Sacramonte it is possible to visit so-called caves, in which there lived Roma. Sometimes in them and still there live people, and some of them are even surprisingly the equipped modern conveniences. In the downtown the Cathedral of Renaissance is located. In the neighborhood with it there is a royal chapel constructed in 1521 where their Catholic Majesties Isabella and Ferdinand are based. In St. Ion Bosiego's Basilica the founder of an award of Hospitalet is buried. Besides, in Granada there are the Archaeological Museum, an observatory and the Scientific Park. Crime. The Basquita terrorist organization committed a number of acts of terrorism in the territory of Granada. On February 10, 1997, the leader of labor movement of Granada, Domingo Puigdemont, was blown up in a car. In 2000, one of members of the Supreme Court of Andalusia, Luis Portero Garcia, was killed. Famous natives. Pedro de Mina is the largest sculptor of the 17th century who was born and working in Granada. Alfonso Serran, 1535–1575, is the Spanish priest, the chess player and the chess theorist, the participant of the first in the history of the international chess tournament. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.